Jesus said, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations." So the question is, how do we make disciples? My name is Dees. I'm the author of the book To Heal, Proclaim, and Teach, which shares the best practices in evangelization and discipleship. The call of the first disciples, as it's described in the Gospel of John, gives us one of the clearest tips on how to make new disciples. The first two disciples in the Gospel, Andrew and traditionally John, son of Zebedee, first appear as disciples of John the Baptist. When they heard their master call Jesus the Lamb of God, they immediately followed Jesus instead. Why? Well, this is what Jesus wanted to know too. He asked them, "What are you looking for?" And they responded, "Where are you staying?" So there's, of course, an answer to this question. If I'm ever traveling and someone were to ask me where I'm staying, I could easily tell them the name of a hotel or a friend's house. But Jesus extends an invitation. Come and you will see. He doesn't give them a direct answer. Instead, he invites them into a more intimate relationship. That relationship is what Andrew and John are really seeking. So Andrew, now a disciple of Jesus, goes to share his testimony with his brother Peter. He brings him to Jesus, to the place where he was staying. And Jesus welcomes him as a disciple, giving him the name Peter or Cephas as the rock upon which he will build his church. Notice a pattern here? John the Baptist testified, and Andrew becomes a disciple. Andrew bears witness to Peter, and Peter becomes a disciple too. This is a really important lesson for us to remember. We are witnesses. We share our relationship with God by inviting others to join in that intimate place with him. We bring others to Jesus, inviting them to come and see. So this pattern is again repeated with Philip and Nathanael. Jesus and his disciples head out to Galilee where they meet Philip. Jesus says to Philip, "Follow me." And of course, he does. So what does Philip do next? He finds Nathanael. He bears witness to Jesus, whom he identifies as Jesus of Nazareth. So Nathanael asks a very direct question that would pretty much insult Philip. He asks doubtfully, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" Think about this for a moment. Has anyone ever asked you a question that puts you on the defensive, just like this? You know the questions I mean, the questions that seem to insult the very beliefs that we hold. So rather than getting upset or defensive, rather than giving a pointed defense of the testimony he just shared, or trying to win over Nathanael through eloquent responses, Philip simply says, "Come and see." There is someone in your life right now who has questions about what you and I believe. They're curious. They might even be skeptical. The next time they ask you a question about Jesus, you will have something to tell them. Come and see. Bring them to church. Let them see Jesus for themselves. To learn more about evangelization in the church today, visit healproclaimteach.com.